everybody. How are you today? If any of you have been following me for any length of time, you know that I do like to, oh, I like to read headlines and sometimes touch on certain things that might have sparked my interest. And I know that there's probably nobody around that hasn't been hearing about or concerned about the food shortage, among other things that are happening. And um, I found an article, I believe it's in Times Prophecy. I'm not real sure. I think it, yeah. And the article's by Michael Snyder, but he has quotes from other people. And to make a long story short, the article is very lengthy, and I'm not going to stay there this long. But I guess what they're saying was when China had that zero tolerance policy for you know what, and it shut down a major shipping terminal after a single infection had slowed traffic at other ports. Lately, as you know, there's been rolling power outages in the country, and it has closed factories like Vietnam's clothing and shoe plants, which Nike relies on, were paralyzed by the lockdowns earlier this year. The world has been bedeviled by shipping container shortages, made worse by bizarre pricing incentives that have led companies to send the boxes back from the U.S. to Asia empty, leaving an American agriculture exporters in the lurch. Meanwhile, let's see, the semiconductor shortage has lingered on, stalling car and electronics production. Earlier this week, it was reported that Apple is expected to cut iPhone production by 10 million because it simply can't get enough chips. On the West Coast, where they're having all the problem over there with all those ships just parked there with all this stuff that we need, and they're just sitting there. And some the truckers that have been delivering stuff to the port and on the West Coast say that it's sheer laziness. There was one man quoted that he's been doing this job for 15 years and he's never seen them work slower. He's spent hours waiting at Los Angeles County ports for cargo to be loaded. The crane operators take their time, like 3 to 4 hours, to get just one container. You can't say anything to them or they will just go help someone else. You guys, that's how this world is becoming. This is just disheartening. The Washington Examiner spoke to 6 truck drivers near the Long Island Beach Terminal Island entry route, and each described crane operators as being lazy, prone to long lunches, and quick to retaliate against complaints. The allegations were backed up by a labor consultant who has worked on the waterfront for 40 years. None of the truckers, of course, wanted to give their names because they don't want reprisal at the port. So let's see what else. The things that, according to USA Today, the following are in particularly short supply right now. Let's see if anything on here is something that you really like. All right, Ben and Jerry flavors. Okay, I'm not worried about that because I don't eat Ben and Jerry's. Carbonated drinks. That could be a problem because I love my Coca-Cola. Chicken, coffee, that's a problem. Diapers, fish sticks, frozen meals, Heinz ketchup packets, Marie Callender's pot pies, McCormick gourmet spices, Rice Krispie treats, Sour Patch Kids, and ta-da, toilet paper. Who knew? Oh, well. It says, how hard is it to make toilet paper? Put it in a truck and drive it to stores around the country. You guys, this is crazy. We've been talking about this toilet paper shortage for 2 years now. When will it end? But it says that the food shortages are particularly alarming. In Alabama, there is a school district that can't feed the students lunch because they can't get enough food delivered to them. And they're asking parents to feed their kids breakfast in the morning instead of sending them to school for breakfast, and to send snacks in case they don't have food. Guys, this is the United States of America. It's not supposed to happen. And virtually every industry is being affected. Like in the old days, getting vehicle parts was never a problem, but now some Americans are waiting 2 to 3 months to have their vehicles fixed. In the Seattle suburbs, a garage owner, Brian Kelly, waited on parts for 60 to 90 days on 2 separate occasions while fixing pickup trucks. It said one of the parts, a crankshaft position sensor, used to take a half hour to get from the distribution center, and now it's the wait is so long that the customers are just about ready to give up on their stuff. Oh, I forgot to put this on private. Sorry. Farmers, they're having difficulty getting their farm equipment fixed. And that potentially threatens ability to plant and harvest crops. Ah, it says you try to baby your equipment so that it'll last. That's really sad. Tractor tires are not available like they once were. So let's see. I guess that's about it. This article is by Michael Snyder. I have to give him credit because it's his article. But let me know below. I like to hit on certain subjects and discuss it. And I know, like in my store, I shop at Walmart, okay, mostly, and I do pickup orders. I don't really like going in the store, but I'll do pickup orders. Um, and I was ordering, and for the first time, let me tell you how excited I am that I had them deliver my groceries to me. I've never done that. I felt like it was Christmas. It don't take much to thrill me, trust me. All right, but as I was trying to order stuff, um, I noticed that like all the French fries were gone. All the bagged French fries, waffle fries, everything was gone, sold out of stock. There was still water, but it was not as much. Just mostly the higher priced water was there. Um, there was plenty of carbonated drinks I saw at this point, but I know that meat is very expensive. I don't have to worry about meat because I don't like it, but my husband likes it, so that could be a problem for him. So I just have to make vegan stuff for him and make it taste like meat. I don't know, but let's see what else. Oh, and I read an article that said that like hamburger is soon to be a luxury, like a luxury meal to have hamburger. And of course, chicken, the cheap chicken dinners that you could always get, they're not going to be so cheap no more. I think it's really scary. Um, I don't know. The thing is that we have to trust in God. We knew this was coming. Um, the United States has been in hard times before, and they made it through. We just have to trust God. You know, this is where you really trust God. Because what is faith? Faith is believing what you don't see. You believe you have it, even though you don't see it. We won't be begging for bread. We won't be begging. I believe that God will take care of us. We might not be able to go ham like go crazy like no pun intended with the ham. We might not be able to go crazy with what we eat, like, and splurge and all that, but I think we'll be able to take care of ourselves. But don't go to the store and just stock up on everything at one time and so nobody else can get it. I think that's what causes shortages, like with the toilet paper issue last year. I like to just, I wish I would have turned my notifications off. I like to just get one extra can of something like ravioli or something every time I go. I just stock up one or two cans of this or that. Don't go crazy, in my opinion. But I'll be back with some more. Let me know below in the comments what you think. What if any of these things are going to affect you, and and then what if you're prepping and you don't have a generator and you have your freezer full of meat and there's power outages. It's you just got to think about things. It would sure be nice to live off the grid right now, but that ain't going to happen in my world. So I love you guys. Have a great day, and let me know in the comments below what you think about all this going on. Love you, and have a great day.